To the girl who's been doubting herself lately in her work, her relationship, her beauty, her worth, the way people treat you is not always a reflection of your value. Sometimes it is a reflection of their inability to recognize it. And I've been there multiple times, questioning if I was doing too much or if I was not enough for somebody. I've sat in silence wondering why someone I cared about could so easily overlook me, why somebody could go days without checking in on me or even treating me like I was replaceable. And then I met people who saw me and they thought I was literally magic. The way I talked, the way I loved, the way I moved, they noticed it all. Even the parts I used to think were flaws, they called them beautiful. And that's when I understood that you're not gonna be for everybody, and that's okay. Think of yourself like this vintage vase sitting at a garage sale. Some people will walk by without a second glance at it. They'll say it's not their style. They'll say it's too much. But then someone walks up. They pause and they take a look closer and they say, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been looking for. You don't need to scream for attention. You don't need to shrink to fit. You don't need to prove a damn thing at all, actually, to anybody. The right people will see your value immediately and they won't make you beg to be seen. So to the girl who's wondering if she's asking for too much, you're not. You're not at all. And to the girl who's replaying old conversations in her head, wondering what she did wrong, just stop. Don't think a second longer. You're gonna kill yourself thinking too hard about it. You did not do anything wrong by being who you are. You just haven't been in the right room yet. And when you finally are, you'll realize you were never hard to love. You were just misjudged by people who just could not recognize art when they saw it.
Things I learnt the hard way, so you don't have to. The bare minimum should disgust you. Disgust you. If it doesn't, you need to work on your self-esteem and your self-worth. Someone who claims to be sensitive, but is only sensitive to their feelings and not the feelings of others, is actually just a narcissist. A friend to all is a friend to none. And a friend who becomes an enemy over one small misunderstanding was an enemy all along. You will never be confused with a man who is serious about you. A man will go above and beyond for his dream girl. If he's not treating you like a princess, it's because he doesn't see you as one. And most likely, you are just a placeholder. Being misunderstood is the cost of being above average. You will never experience hate from somebody who is doing better than you or looks better than you. They weren't being nice, they were just studying you. Having drama over the age of 25 is embarrassing. Go find some peace and get some money. Poor boundaries is just an invitation for people to steal your peace. And they will. A man who does nothing for you deserves nothing from you. If you want to be happy, stop entertaining chaos. Protect your peace. And it's easy to say, but protecting your peace also looks like being comfortable with being disliked and putting what you want and your needs first. Being alone does not mean lonely, but loneliness has treated me better than any man ever has. A man with no self-esteem will diminish yours. A man with no inner peace will destroy yours. A man with no loyalty will question yours. A man that avoids his own emotions will avoid yours. People don't actually want advice, they just want you to validate them. People who try to humble you are uncomfortable with your power.
Don't look to anybody else to validate how you feel or what you believe in or who you believe yourself to be. That is how you let in things like other people's negative opinions about you. That is how you open the door for self-doubt, for worry, for fear, for all of those things to come in, because you're allowing someone to give the final say-so on what it is that you believe in or who it is you believe yourself to be, or your own opinions or your own feelings or your own preferences. Don't do that. It can be something as simple as your favorite color. You don't want to be the girl who isn't confident in who she is, isn't confident in what she likes, isn't confident in what she believes in because she's afraid to go against the grain. You don't need to be out here fishing for and seeking external validation. I feel like that's a really big thing that a lot of people do unconsciously. When you're like having a conversation with somebody and you're saying how you feel, and then they may say how they feel, and you're like, wait, is how I feel wrong? And it's like, no, how you feel is not wrong. That's your truth. That's your life. Live your life.
Your silence and lack of a reaction is always going to hit so much harder than any comeback ever could. Instead of putting all of your effort and energy into finding the quickest, most clever comeback that's really gonna get them, Put all of your effort into staying as unbothered and quiet as possible. Maintain direct eye contact if someone else disrespects you, and make them understand that you heard what they just said. You're just so in control of your emotions that you're not going to react because you don't care that much. That will drive them absolutely insane. If someone keeps provoking you after that, you ask them to repeat themselves. Say, can you say that again? Or could you repeat that? I don't think I understood. And then ask them, why did you say that? Why did you say that to me? And just see what they say. Put everything back on them. Ask them questions. Don't give up any of your resources. Make them talk. You don't say anything about yourself, about how you feel, about your opinion on the matter. You stay quiet. I promise you that will serve you better than anything ever could. Especially as a woman, there is so much power in maintaining your silence and maintaining your composure. You're welcome.
Get ready with me while I give you the 9 steps of how to get over your ex. Step number 1, accept that it's over. Stop hoping that they will come back. Acceptance isn't giving up, it's letting go of false hope. You don't have to be okay with it, you just have to stop resisting reality. Cut all contact, at least for now. I always say block and delete, whatever you need to do to not stalk their life online. Seeking updates or staying in touch just keeps the wound open. And if you're in the same social circle, set boundaries. You are allowed to prioritize your healing. Understand the loss. You are not just grieving the person, you are also grieving the future you imagined with them. That pain is real, even if the relationship wasn't perfect. Feel it, don't numb it. Cry, vent, journal, scream into a pillow. Do whatever helps you feel without numbing it with distractions like alcohol, hookups, or pretending you're fine. Healing happens when you go through the pain, not around it. Reflect, don't idealize. Write down the reasons why the relationship ended and remind yourself of this often. Do not romanticize what isn't working. Our memory can be selective when we're lonely. Number 6, lean on people. Talk to your friends that won't judge you for being messy or stuck, and let people show up for you. Do not isolate. Number 7, focus on yourself. Get into something that has nothing to do with your ex. Rediscover parts of yourself that got lost in the relationship. Rebuild your routines around your wants and needs, not your ex's. Give it time, but don't just wait around. Time helps, but it's what you do with that time that matters more. You won't wake up one day and suddenly be over them, but one day you'll realize that you haven't thought about them in weeks. And consider therapy if you're feeling stuck. If it's been months and you're still obsessing or deeply stuck, talking to a therapist can help you break the cycle.
How do you learn to see your value? 5 ways. Number 1, challenge negative self-talk. Notice and challenge self-limiting beliefs and negative thoughts that undermine your worth. Now, I want you to replace them with more positive, empowering thoughts, reminding yourself regularly of your worth and capabilities, especially during moments of self-doubt. Number 2, practice self-care. As beautiful as an orchid looks laying out by the sun, if you do not water her, she will wither. Same with yourself. Pour water into your own cup. Learn how to practice mindfulness and taking care of your self-health. Number 3, on how you learn to see your own value, setting your own boundaries. And I'm still learning this. Setting boundaries is a powerful way to cultivate self-awareness, self-advocacy, and self-respect. Setting boundaries helps you recognize your own value and worth by prioritizing self-care and prioritizing creating an environment that fosters healthy relationships. Number 4, seek personal growth. I want you guys to engage in activities that promotes developing a skill set that you have. Embracing personal growth shows that you value yourself and your potential, and investing in yourself is the best thing that you could ever do. And last one, number 5, surround yourself with positive influences. I cannot stress this enough. Avoid toxic relationships and environments that consistently bring you down and lower your self-esteem. Now, choosing to be around positive influences demonstrates that you prioritize relationships and environments that uplift you and align with your desire for positivity. Just remember this. By valuing yourself, you set the tone of how you expect to be treated by others. When you demonstrate that you believe in your own value, you will also encourage others to respect and see it as well. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Here are some sentences that have objectively changed my life. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. What you're not changing, you're choosing. Would you rather be right or be kind? If you want to heal a wound, you have to stop touching it. Are you actually listening to what someone else is saying, or are you just thinking about what you're going to say next? Are you being a part of the problem or a part of the solution? Everything people do in life is out of love or fear, with no exceptions. Most people spend a majority of their life worrying about things that never actually happen. If you ever find yourself comparing yourself to someone else, ask yourself, if this other person and I were to throw out all of our problems on a table in front of each other, every single thing about this person's life and your life, would you really trade lives with them? Where your attention goes, energy flows. Your comfort zone will kill you. If you bring forth what is within you, what is within you will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what is within you will kill you. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. You are your life's work. Life is coming from you, not at you. Anything you chase in life is going to run in the opposite direction. Annoyance is the interest you pay on things that don't matter, and it's expensive. There are two kinds of friends, fountains and drains. The day you stop learning is the day you start dying.
How having a lucky mindset has switched the narrative of my life. The law of attraction is one of the most real things I have ever experienced. I have had so many days where I walk out into the world and I am just so down, so doubtful, so sad, and that's the energy I receive back. But the days that I choose to walk into a space with happiness and positivity and just making sure that I'm the best version of myself that I can walk out of the front door every day are the days where I receive so much good into my life. Like a free coffee or an extra thing from the waiter, just a smile from a stranger, a compliment from a stranger. Things that are just good energy. When you put that out into the world, you receive it back. I also realize the second that I stop stressing about the future and letting go of this vision of like something bad's gonna happen, I stepped into my lucky girl syndrome, which is you just walk out and let life happen. You let life unfold for you, and each step and each thing comes into your life for a specific reason. If your flight gets canceled, if you are not going somewhere anymore because the plans fell through, there's a reason you didn't go, and there's a reason the life path was shift in that moment. And I believe it all works out for the best. So if you start believing that life works out for the best rather than for the worst, your mindset shifts and good things happen.
Things you should never give a man before marriage. A place to stay. You are not his safe house when his life falls apart. If you start to treat your home like a homeless shelter, it will become one. Unlimited emotional support. Your softness is for a man who commits, not one who drains. Do not act like a wife to a man who has not earned the title. Financial loyalty. He is not your business partner if he is not your husband. Second chances that he has not earned. You are not here to teach him how to treat you twice. Excuses for inconsistency. Confused or inconsistent effort does show his priorities, and it clearly shows that you are not one of them. Your future plans. Do not dream with a man who cannot even plan a weekend. Your silence when you feel disrespected. Holding your tongue doesn't keep the peace, it kills your power. In fact, when anyone teaches you to be quiet to keep the peace, just think, whose peace is it keeping? Your best years while he figures it out. You are not the stepping stone to the man he will become for somebody else. Full access to your schedule or your routine. Keep your mystery. It's magnetic. Public loyalty for a private relationship. If he hides you, stop posting him. Comfort when he caused the pain. He does not get calm until you feel safe. Control over your mood. You are not a puppet for his emotional weather. The benefit of the doubt every time. He is not confused, he is comfortable. A key to your home. Physical access does not equal emotional readiness. Your family's trust. Only bring him around once he's proven he's staying. Protection of his image. Stop covering for a man who disrespects you in private. Unlimited time. Your time is precious, not endless. You were already whole before he showed up.
These are some more quotes that have changed my outlook and perspective on life. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. The less you care, the happier you'll be. You're not chasing a person, you're chasing a feeling. Don't look for happiness in the place that you lost it. Sunsets are proof that the ending will be beautiful no matter what. Opportunities are not found, but created. If your presence doesn't make an impact, your absence won't make a difference. You cannot use someone else's map to find yourself.
Get ready with me while I tell you how you're going to show you're a high value woman without ever having to say it. Showing you're a high value woman without saying it is about how you carry yourself, set standards, and navigate life with confidence and self-respect. It's quiet strength, not loud declarations. Firstly, know your values and live by them. A high value woman is grounded in her principles, so you don't betray yourself to be liked, and you are clear on what matters, whether it's emotional honesty, ambition, kindness, or freedom. Confidence is built by honoring your own boundaries. Secondly, set and enforce boundaries. You do not need to threaten or explain. Your energy shifts when you stop tolerating disrespect, inconsistency, or emotional immaturity. You do not chase, you attract by being anchored. You do not over-explain, you exist with grace. And you hold people accountable without drama. Your no is powerful when it's calm, consistent, and unapologetic. Speak with purpose, not to impress. High value women do not overshare or seek validation. They listen more than they talk, and they speak when it's meaningful. So you're not performing, you're just being. You ask thoughtful questions, and you leave space for silence and depth. Presence speaks louder than performance. Build a life that you are proud of. You don't wait for someone to complete you, you build your own table. Pursue your passions, goals, and hobbies. Stay curious and keep evolving. And prioritize self-care, joy, and growth. A woman with a rich inner world doesn't chase, she chooses. Stay emotionally regulated. One of the most magnetic traits is emotional maturity. So you should know how to self-soothe without projecting. Express how you feel without blaming. And give space, but also communicate directly when needed. Calm is a flex and clarity is power. Respect yourself fully. You teach other people how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. You do not tolerate breadcrumbs in relationships or at work. You treat your time, energy, and body with care. Self-respect is the loudest thing you never have to say. Move with intention, not insecurity. You don't post to prove a point. You don't date to fill a void. You don't gossip to feel superior, and you don't flex to be seen. You move in alignment with what matters to you, not with what others expect. Stillness can be more powerful than noise.
Here are some things you can do to become disgustingly well-spoken. 1, ironically, learning to say less than necessary. Letting go of the idea that you need to say a lot, because typically you just end up over-explaining yourself and rambling. What that does is lower your contribution score. Contribution score is the amount of value to other people that your 2 cents has, your contribution has. Someone who always puts their 2 cents in, always has an opinion, always has advice to give, always has a name to drop or a quote to present or thoughts to give, has a lower contribution score, to the point where when they start talking, people tend to kind of shut them out and glaze over because they're always talking, they're always saying things. When you're always speaking, there is no way that it could all be valuable. There's no way that it can all be worth listening to. Versus the person who says so much less, rarely gives their opinion, rarely puts their 2 cents in, but when they do, everyone shuts up and all of the focus is on them because they have a higher contribution score. 2, challenging yourself to cut out filler words like, literally, essentially. You can practice this by going a minute without saying one of them. And if you do say one of those words, you have to start over. A great practice that's been proven psychologically to help with this is taking a breath right before you're about to say the filler word. So filling in that gap with a breath instead of the filler word. 3, expanding your vocabulary. I love expanding my vocabulary. This is one of my favorite apps. It's called Vocabulary. It gives you a couple words a day. Pick a word of the day for yourself and challenge yourself to use it 3 times in different contexts throughout the day, even if it's in your head. Along with that is taking advantage of synonyms. You use the word slay a lot or extra a lot. Instead of saying extra or over the top, it's ostentatious, it's flamboyant, it's gaudy, it's theatrical. So much more interesting. Reading, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, it will expand your vocabulary, it will expand your brain and expose it to different ways of speaking and writing. This is someone else's linguistic style that you're now getting exposed to, and it will expand and help increase and stimulate the way that you articulate yourself. Hope this was helpful. Happy yapping.
Their opinion of you is not your problem. Them thinking the absolute worst of you is not your problem. Them being jealous of you is not your problem. Their stupidity is not your problem. None of this is your problem to take on or to fix. Let people that want to be stupid be stupid. Let people who can't see your worth, who can't see how great you are, let them think the worst of you if that's what they want to do. They are just exercising their free will, and it does not need to affect you. The only reason it affects you, or you seem to think it will have an impact on your life, is because you are choosing to place importance on their opinion. You don't have to do that. That's a choice. And it's not your fault. Most of us are programmed this way since we're young, to want the validation, approval, and love from others. That it makes us feel better about ourselves when people approve of us, when they like us, when they understand us. But you have to realize that kind of conditioning will keep you like a slave to other people's opinion. It will give other people control over how you feel and how you live your life. And if you truly want to live freely and never worry or care about what anyone thinks of you, you have to acknowledge what you're doing in this process, how you are giving your power away and taking on the work of correcting people's opinions of you. That negative energy they're sending your way by talking bad about you or talking bad to you, whatever it is they're doing that is negative towards you, you are giving it your attention and then absorbing it into your field. You can be aware of everything, you can observe everything, but you don't have to let that energy into your field. You're just in this loop you've been in for a long time where people do things, you react. People say things, you react. You take everything personally and have an emotional response to everything, and then go out and try and convince people of your worth, of your truth. It's not your work. Stop explaining yourself to people that just don't get you. You have to come to the realization of, how long do I want to keep giving my power away to other people? How long do I want to keep giving them the power to influence how I feel? And you might think, oh, but if they don't like me, then something bad could happen. They could talk badly about me to people and then more people wouldn't like me. This is all an illusion of control. You think other people can affect your reality, when the truth is, how you feel, the energy you put out, the frequency you live on a daily basis is what affects what comes to you. For example, if it's a manager at work and they don't like you or they don't see your work, you're worried you won't get promotion or they won't put you forward for better opportunities. So you think they have control over you and your career advancement. The truth is, the universe is a lot bigger and more abundant than what we realize. So the opportunities that are meant for you, what you truly want, if you align with that and stop caring about people's opinions, stop living in fear, once you align with what you want, it will come to you. It might not come through this person, it might not come through this avenue that you thought it was going to come through, but it will come to you. Your opportunities will come to you once you believe it and stop giving other people power over how you feel, because that will affect your vibration, that will affect your frequency, how you operate, your emotions, your thoughts, and that is the only thing that affects what comes to you. You have all the power.
If you can master this one mindset shift, you will be in the 1%. I'm in the 1%. I have many friends who are in the 1%. We all have this in common. If I can summarize in one sentence the exact thing you must embody to enter the 1%, it is this mindset. I can, I do, I will. No matter what, no matter when, no matter how. Let me break this down. I can. Most people, 99% of people, argue for their limitations. I can't because of this, because of that, because of that. The market's oversaturated. I don't have enough time. Successful people say, I can. They make a way and they believe in themselves. They argue for success no matter what. Now, the second part is I do. There's free information on the internet everywhere, guys. There's no gatekeeping for how to become a millionaire. Some people just don't act on it. That's it, right? So when you believe in yourself, the next thing you do to get in the 1% is act on the information that you find that could get you to being a millionaire. And then this is where it really, really splits. I will, no matter what, no matter when, no matter how. Let's break this down. I will, no matter what, keep trying even when it gets hard. I will not give up and I will not quit. No matter how long it takes, no matter when, I will keep going. And no matter how, I know in my heart that this success is guaranteed for me. All successful people believe in themselves to a level of grand delusion, and it's not even the I can, it's the belief that you can have anything you want. Most people don't get this. You really can. You are the most powerful creator of your fucking reality. And the only reason 1% of people are even awake to this is because it takes you getting out of your own way, all right? And it takes you with the ability to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, changing your life, dealing with risk, all right? That's why the 1% is the 1%, because most people will not take the time and energy it will take to completely change their life because it is scary and uncomfortable, and then when it gets hard, they quit. And that is it. If you can simply believe in yourself, trust in the process, trust in God, trust in the universe, believe in manifestation, believe in quantum physics, know that your success is guaranteed. If you choose that your success is guaranteed, it doesn't matter when, what, or how, it will happen. You just have to do, and you have to believe, and you have to keep doing that.
That is actually in one sentence, and I literally have goosebumps. That is it. Right now, wealth access has never been more accessible to people because of social media, okay? Because of personal branding, because of digital assets, because of the internet. It is so accessible, especially because you can ask AI to send you it'll tell you with no of your own research how to become a millionaire. You just have to act on it, believe in yourself, and don't give up. So stop being your own fucking op. Survival of the fittest, baby. Harden your mindset, become your dream version. I hope you watch this whole video. Toodles.
These are some more quotes that have changed my perspective. You will never miss out on what's meant for you because what's meant for you is doing everything in its power to find you. What feels like a missed opportunity might be the reason you ended up exactly where you need to be. The right doors don't slam shut, they stay open, waiting for you to walk in when you're ready. If you don't chase discomfort, you will never grow.
He doesn't want you. If you needed confirmation, yeah, he don't want you. Men are territorial by nature. If you haven't been cuffed up in the first 3 months, he's not that interested in you, my love. If you've been talking for months, acting like you're in a relationship, and you ask him and he says, yeah, but I'm not ready for a relationship, he just doesn't want you to be in a relationship with. You think if his dream girl came along, he wouldn't get up and get ready? And talking for 8-9 months and you're still, I'm not ready for a relationship. Oh, pack it in. Stand up. Have some self-respect, yeah? There's 8 billion people on this planet. Find you someone that's ready, especially if you want a relationship and he's telling you, I'm not really ready for a relationship. You've already lost. Your wants do not align from day dot. You're just hurting yourself because it feels nice when you're with him. It feels good. But he's just comfortable with you and he's waiting until his girl comes along. Don't delude yourself. Have some self-respect. Get up. There's a man out there that will worship the ground you walk on, my love. Do not settle. Anyway, you're loved.